Oh, hey,
Welcome to the Pod Cafe.
Oh, thanks. I'll just take a cold brew.
Oh, a cold brew. Okay.
Yeah.
You need room for cream?
Nope, just black. Just a black cold brew.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks. That's actually what I'm drinking. I
Oh.
went pretty basic. I just got a Dunkin' Donuts cold brew. I went in the drive-thru
Yeah.
planning to get something different, but then I didn't know, and there was a car behind me, and I felt rushed, so I just got a cold brew.
Oh.
Yeah, I also got food because I was starving, and I have no food at my place.
Yeah, I just got back last night, and I don't have any food here, and I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
But it's pouring rain here, so...
It seems like that's always the case.
Yeah, it's like our version of snow in the winter. Just rain. Actually, I think it stopped right now, but it was pouring rain when I woke up, so...
Just not quite cold enough to actually snow, huh?
Mm-mm. It's like 55 degrees. It's never cold
Jeez.
enough.
It was actually that yesterday here.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
pretty warm.
It is pretty warm. Actually, yeah, I came from Minnesota yesterday, and it was like 45 degrees there. It was pretty nice.
Why were you in Minnesota?
I went there to do New Year's Eve with my friends, and then I worked for like a couple days, at the office there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there's an office
They have one there.
Yep, sure do.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it was lovely.
What kind of coffee are you drinking today?
Well, due to the fact that I just got back last night, have no groceries, and didn't want to leave this morning, I'm drinking a K-Cup.
Nice.
I know. I think I just need to go buy more fun K-Cups or see what other, maybe I should get some. I'm thinking of getting one of those, I don't know what they're called, but where you put just coffee grounds in it, into the K-Cup.
Like a pour over? Oh, you
know-
mean one of those recyclable
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think I'm going to get some of those because then I don't have to actually use K-Cups and I can just buy ground coffee.
yeah. That's why I bought I bought a $17 just pot of coffee
Yeah.
because I was tired of making K-Cups.
Yeah, I just I don't want to buy them anymore. They're never really good, but I really just want essentially a pour over every morning.
Yeah.
I could just
They'll
get a
taste
pour.
the same to me.
Yeah. I might get a pour over, but
You could. Those things look pretty cool. There's one in the TV show I'm watching. They have one. It's just like a funnel on a stand.
yeah. Yeah, they're pretty nice and they're easy.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. I don't actually know where to buy one of those anywhere. All right, well, I do have a question we could start with today
Cool.
that was posed to me.
Oh, actually, before you do that, can
Sure.
I would like to make a note that last week we asked people to tell us their New Year's resolutions.
Uh-huh.
And you were like, I don't make resolutions. And then I saw
Yeah.
that you made a resolution.
Well, it's not really a resolution. It was just
So you
no, I will do that. The book was Jab Till It Hurts by Ken Moskowitz. I'm pretty sure his name is.
okay?
It's about how Gary Vaynerchuk helped him develop a 7-figure brand.
Interesting.
And basically the whole book is about giving stuff away for free and just being really helpful without asking for anything in return, and that the ROI of that ends up being more than just asking for things from people. So specifically for him, he runs an ad agency called Ad Zombies, and it started by him going in Facebook groups and just giving out free advice and rewriting people's ad copy for free and just giving it to them. And then everyone was like, wow, you're really good at this. And then people would be like, hey, I need help with my ad copy. And people would be like, hey, you should hit up this guy, Ken. He's really good at it. And so from there, he started getting customers and a business, and then it grew.
Dang. Word of mouth. So strong.
Yeah. So
Okay. Well.
So yeah, the jabbing, they use like boxing terminology for some reasons. The jabbing is like the giving, and then a right hook would be like the ask.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay. So you're not really making a resolution, but you kind of are.
Kinda, yeah. I'll do that.
Okay.
But I don't feel like I need the first of New Year's to say I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I just was listening to, I don't know, a podcast, some random one on the airplane actually, and they were talking about how like it is just like you could make goals and things all year round, but people for some reason need something to trigger them. And they said like January 1st was the day of the year that has the highest downloads of dating apps.
That's hilarious.
Like people are like, damn it, it's the new year and I'm still single. Maybe I'll just give it a try.
Don't you think it makes more sense to make New Year resolutions on your birthday?
Yeah.
Technically, that's your new year.
Yeah.
Like, you've been alive for a year every time it's your birthday.
It's just easier when everyone does it on the same day, you know? Let's not make things complicated.
I suppose. Then people would be making resolutions every day.
Yeah. Which I think people kind of do. I think you kind of do it both. Like, you do a little self-reflection on your birthday, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, just consciously or unconsciously, you're like, fuck, I'm another year older.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just goal setting. And it's weird that you need a day for that.
Yeah, I think the other thing that, like, makes it, like, New Year's is a lot of, like, companies who have the end of the year on the calendar year, like my company does, then we're doing, like, year-end reviews right now. So it's, like, just a really reflective time, if you will.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess, like, birthdays are people's personal years.
Yeah.
But the fiscal years are different, right?
Yeah.
Does that start on January 1st?
For some companies, some start February 1st.
Why February?
I don't know. Why don't you Google it? Why companies start different fiscal years.
Yeah, I could do that.
So there's a couple different things, like financial accounting calendars versus retail accounting calendars that also impact things.
Okay.
Like retail weeks are different than like just normal financial weeks because of like sales days and when you track a Sunday and a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has an impact on it maybe too. But you could probably tell me more, I guess.
So this is what this website says, that some companies have large incomes or expenses at certain times of the year, and they like to close their books after those large events.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, the primary seasonal income comes after summer, so their fiscal year ends at the last days of October, and then this gives accountants enough time to collect all the funds and reconcile whatever they have to do, and then pay off whatever they have to, and then get working on the budget for next year. So there also might be tax reasons, apparently.
Yeah, I worked with some big companies with Target that closed at like July.
Oh, yeah, it says that companies usually want their fourth quarter earnings to be their strongest earnings. Mm-hmm. So whatever their biggest income days are usually their fourth quarter.
So basically everyone can make it up.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. There is no fiscal year. Mm-hmm. It's specific to every company.
Yep. So nothing makes sense and no one will ever align. Cool.
Yeah, I guess not.
Go to work, businessmen.
So, the question I was going to pose was asked to me. Mm-hmm. Was the question about a law. People like to ask me things because I have a criminal justice degree.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forget you have that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would really ask you things.
No, but people like to.
Okay.
But someone asked me if this law was real. The law is, or the potential law is, if you're married and your spouse has a child with another person
While you're married?
while you're married,
Okay.
are you legally responsible for that child even though you're not biologically that child's parent?
I think no, right? I'm going to put my money on no. Because here's why. I think because you wouldn't, like, it's not like you're marrying someone when the child exists and kind of adopting it. You're marrying that person and then they go do that. So it's not something you had signed up for.
It was definitely not something you signed up for.
I know, but then I don't think, because it has, like, you're not even related by any means besides the fact of, like, marriage relation. But, wow. You know what? First of all, that's really unfortunate if that happens.
Yeah.
Did the person that asked you that question have that happen to them?
No.
Well, that's good. Because,
yes.
that
it is good.
sucks. That would really suck. I'd feel bad for
Yeah.
that person. Huh. Okay.
The question is, my wife had a child with another man while we were still married.
Okay.
Am I financially responsible for that child?
Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay. If a child is born during marriage, it is presumed that the husband is the biological father of the child. Most of the time this is the case, but what happens when the child is actually another man's biological child? Good question. This situation arises more often than you may think.
What? Why is that happening more often? What is going on?
A wife may have an affair during her marriage that results in the birth of a child. A husband and wife may be separated for a significant period of time, but not divorce. When the wife moves on, blah, blah, blah. We get the situation that it could happen in. If this is the case, you cannot simply sit on the issue. You must take steps, either in the divorce or otherwise, to remedy this circumstance. So specifically under Georgia law, any child born to the wife during marriage is presumed to be the husband's child.
Brutal.
DNA testing by itself is irrelevant.
What? That seems like it sucks.
Yeah, they're not simple cases. They differ state by state. Each state has a different law regarding it.
Also, though, don't you think that's like kind of a benefit to the husband at that point?
Why?
Because then, like, actually, maybe not. I was gonna say then, like, the wife just couldn't, like, take all his money and leave, because he would then be like, well, you can't just leave. That's technically my child. So the financial piece would suck. The financial piece would suck.
Yeah, like, also she cheated on you, so, like, you don't want to stay with her. But if you get divorced, then you have to pay child support.
Yeah.
Child support for a child born into your marriage for which a DNA test. Yeah, it looks like it varies depending on state, but some of the general laws saying a lot of the same. Some judges will order a DNA test, and if you're not the biological father, they'll throw out financial responsibility. But it's a legal thing, so the mother can still, like, bring you to court and sue you for child support, even though it's not your kid.
What the heck?
Yeah. But it is like all children born into the marriage are assumed to be your child until proven otherwise.
I'm trying to think of how you would benefit from that. Being the husband.
That kind of sucks.
It totally sucks.
Yeah, that's not great. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that the wife really benefits either. They get some money from the husband, but they also have another kid they have to raise. So,
could the actual biological father try and sue for custody?
yes.
Yeah, because he
But
would...
also, I wonder if both have to pay child support.
Oh.
So maybe she's got a bunch of money coming in.
Maybe she's got a big plan, really.
Yeah, I wonder. I bet he does. Or I bet she could at least sue for it.
So then she could get outside money while still being married to the other dude. That is messed up.
Yeah, this is going to be too much to go through, I think. But one of the related searches was, who pays child support in this situation?
Yeah. I think both could. I could see a reason why both would. Dang, this is crazy.
Oh, so this is interesting. If you stay married, you are responsible for that child, whether it's biologically yours or not. So if you want to file to remove paternity, you have to get divorced too.
Oh, wow. So this is kind of a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Also,
and it looks like both might be responsible for child support. Both fathers.
So also, like, I don't even know what you would do in this situation because I'm not in it and I don't want to think about it. But, like, wouldn't you kind of just hate that child?
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Like how do you love that child?
Yeah, that'd be real tough. I don't know. I mean, it's not the child's fault.
I know, but like you would just kind of resent it, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Unless you're a very good person.
No, I'm not. Okay.
There's also like you're screwed if you marry a woman that you know is pregnant with someone else's baby.
Brutal. Have you been using your teeth whitening stuff?
You know, I haven't used it yet.
Oh, I was gonna say your teeth look pretty white, but it could just be the glow.
Yeah, maybe. Abby's been using it.
I have to go to the dentist soon, and I'm trying to decide if I should start using it after I come back from going to the dentist.
I think so.
Yeah.
You might as well. Just it's a better base to start at.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I did buy those floss stick things.
Oh, those are great.
Yep. Yeah, they're okay. My gums only bled once. Usually they bleed like a couple times.
It's because you don't floss frequently enough.
Yep, but they don't bleed anymore, so.
See? There you go. Look at
Abby
you.
said the whitening thing hurts her mouth really bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
What do you mean, yeah?
I figured it would.
Why?
It's like a stain chemical, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's like... Well, I don't know what it does exactly. I'm going to look it up.
I feel like it's like dyeing your hair. You know how it like kind of burns a little bit?
Well, I think it's literally taking off layers of your tooth.
Oh, to get to like the white tooth.
Yeah, but that wouldn't explain the pain because your teeth don't have nerves in them. Your gums do, so it's got to be your gums that hurt.
Yeah.
I guess whatever's taking off layers.
Also probably isn't like the coolest thing on your gums.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
My Smile. That's what it's called, right?
Something like that. Or, yeah. The Kardashians use it, so it must be legit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. There's My Smile. There's Hi Smile. I'm sure they all do the same thing.
Yeah.
Teeth whitening kits. Whitens in 10 minutes. Let's see how it works.
You know what's interesting? They have an Instagram, but only they only have like a little over 1,000 followers.
Which one? My Smile?
Yeah.
That's weird. What about Hi Smile?
That seems kind of low for
it's pretty low.
A product that the Kardashians are out there using. Ooh, Hi Smile though. 1 million followers.
Yeah, that's the one that all the celebrities use. Don't know why. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, don't you think it'd be like the same? It looks like it's the exact same thing.
Yeah. So,
ew, some of these are like disgusting before and after pictures.
Like really, really yellow?
Yeah.
That's gross.
And like it's almost concerning. What is it doing to change the color that drastically?
Well, let me tell you how it works.
Okay, yeah, tell me about it.
The gel formula has been developed to gently whiten teeth, whilst maintaining no damage to the enamel.
Enamel?
The gel
did you
enamel.
Did you say enamel?
Yes, enamel. The gel works in conjunction with our LED light to deliver results. That's not helpful. They don't want to tell you how it works. What are the ingredients? How about that?
Yeah, that would
sodium bicarbonate, sodium chlorite, citric acid. It's just acid stuff. They're just dissolving. Aloe leaf juice, pomegranate seed extract, chamomile flower extract, glycerol, propylene glycol, deionized water, carbomer, xanthan gum, and menthol.
Wow.
We recommend consulting a doctor prior to using HiSmile if you're pregnant.
What if you're not?
No, just go ahead and use it.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to have to not use their website. How do teeth whitening kits work? Some have bleach or peroxide type things.
I wonder when teeth whitening became like a big thing. You know, like when in the world did we decide that white teeth is like a must?
That's a good question. That's probably something I can Google.
You know, because like I just feel like we do a lot of things where we're like, oh, this is what makes you pretty. This is what makes you whatever. And then teeth whitening became one of those.
Yeah, let's see when it became popular. In 3000 BC. I don't think that's true. I just read the first sentence.
True either. 3000 BC.
Okay,
did they even have dental care in 3000 BC?
It's a pretty old art. It's been around for centuries. So, in 3000 BC, people didn't brush teeth with a brush, but they did use something called chew sticks. And these were small twigs that a person chewed, which scraped off the particles on the teeth.
It sounds like a dog toy. Chew sticks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. And then popular drinking methods is not what I meant to say. Popular bleaching methods.
How'd you get to drinking from bleaching? You're having a tough day.
I don't know. Yeah. They officially started sometime in the late 1980s. They accidentally stumbled upon the technique with peroxide. Peroxide was used as an oral antiseptic gel to treat the gums. And then they tried different ways to keep the gel in the gums longer. And then they saw that it was making teeth whiter. And then that kicked off the mass marketing for teeth whitening products. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I guess teeth whitening, like trays and kits, is pretty recent, the 1980s. Do you know what discolors your teeth?
Coffee.
Yep, definitely coffee is one of them.
So we do that every day.
Aging.
Okay.
Coffee, pop, wine.
Ooh.
Smoking.
Yep.
Taking medications such as tetracycline, and then your genetics and diseases. Do you know what I learned from my dentist once?
Tell me.
That people are genetically predisposed to have either yellow tinted teeth or gray tinted teeth.
Interesting. How do you know what you are?
Yeah.
Can you tell by looking at it?
He told me that I was a yellow one, not a gray one.
Oh, I feel like I'd rather be a gray one.
Gray teeth. I think, yeah, gray.
Do you spell gray with an E or an A?
Well, okay, that's an interesting thing. I looked it up once. I always spell it with an E.
Yeah.
Not always. I think I switch back and forth, but the only difference is like one is the British way to spell it and one is the American way to spell it.
Yeah.
It's the same as like spelling theater E-R or R-E or center E-R or R-E.
So like most of your language is English and then you go British gray.
Apparently. Gray just looks I don't know. Gray reminds me too much of gravy, I think.
Oh.
And I don't.
And so you're like, I don't want gravy to be gray.
Yeah, I just like the look of EY better.
I like the look of EY better too. I agree.
Yeah, but I do spell theater ER and center ER.
Me too.
Because it's not theatre or
Centre.
centre. Yeah, that's just weird.
I feel ya.
So what I'm seeing here is that my dentist might have been lying to me.
Interesting.
Why? Because everything I'm finding is disease related.
That's concerning. I think you should go back.
As far as gray teeth go. Gray teeth. Metal can make your teeth gray. Trauma can make your teeth gray.
I feel like when you say metal and trauma, you're just talking about like 5 years of braces. So sure, my teeth are probably gray.
Well, it says some materials used by dentists to repair teeth, braces, such as silver fillings, may contribute to gray teeth stains over time. Trauma, damage to the mouth can cause gray teeth either from a blow or fall that can disturb enamel formation in kids whose teeth are still developing. And then a disorder called dentinogenesis imperfecta is the condition that impacts tooth development and causes teeth to become discolored and translucent. It also weakens the teeth, putting them at risk for damage and breakage and loss. It's hereditary, and it affects about 8,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it can also happen by using antibiotics in children under the age of 8 or pregnant people.
Okay.
Not seeing anything about genetics though.
Genetics.
Yeah. Ooh, blue teeth? Apparently you can have blue teeth.
Ugh.
That's kind of weird. Let me see how that happened. So teeth naturally come in a range of colors and shades. A natural cause of tooth discoloration is a rare genetic condition that that imperfecta one already said. So I guess it doesn't even necessarily mean gray. It can be blue or purple.
So maybe we shouldn't be whitening our teeth. Maybe we should just let them be whatever color they want.
I mean, maybe that is... Well, that's 6ix9ine rapper. His teeth are rainbow colors, right? I was going to say, maybe the future of fashion is like teeth coloring.
Shoot. Okay. I think I'll do it eventually. I'm just, timing. Gotta optimize when I whiten my teeth. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. You have to do it for a week straight, so I'm gonna wait till I, need it. Feel like I need my teeth whitened for an event or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. I wonder if I have any events coming up in my life. I don't think so. Oh, but I am. I'm going to do it. Actually, I'm going to do it in a few months. Because, oh man, I did this thing, which I'm really excited about, but on New Year's Eve, not under the influence of alcohol, earlier in the day, me and 2 of my friends bought one-way tickets to Barcelona.
One way?
Yeah.
Are you not coming back?
No, we have since then bought the return flight. However, a return flight comes out of Portugal. So we have to figure out how we're getting from Barcelona to Portugal still. But, yeah, I'm going to Barcelona I'm going to Spain and Portugal, I guess.
That's cool. May. How much were those tickets?
Well, let me tell you, this is why we bought them. Because the one-ways were each $200.
That's it?
Yeah. So $200 to fly from San Francisco to Barcelona, and then $200 to fly from Portugal to San Francisco.
Wow, that's way cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think once we get the in-between flights, it'll probably be... Well, they were a little over 200. They were $230 each because of taxes and stuff. So I think we're going to stay under $700 total for all of these flights, but once we get the in-between buns, but dang, it's cheap to travel. I mean, I flew from Minneapolis to San Francisco for $350 one way.
That's ridiculous.
stupid. And let me tell you more about why it's stupid. Because I flew Sun Country.
Sun Country?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
I know. No one has. It's like a, I don't know. It's an airline.
A California exclusive.
No, because they have it in Minneapolis. It was like the quintessential, like, if you're going Minneapolis to Vegas, you always fly Sun Country.
Is it?
I think it's a
like
West Coast airline,
Spirit?
though. Yeah, it's like the Spirit of the West Coast. Anyway, so I'm flying Sun Country, and Minneapolis Airport, I mean, you've been there. You can get through the whole thing in like 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
Sun Country does this annoying, like, Spirit-esque thing where if you want to check a bag and not pay for your seats, you can't check in for your flight until you get to the airport.
Oh, weird.
So usually, like, you check in, you get your boarding pass, whatever, and then you just go in, and, like, United does this really well where, like, you just go to a kiosk and print your, like, bag ticket thing, and then you just drop your bag
so
somewhere.
Many kiosks.
Yeah. But Sun Country, you got to go up to the desk to check in, to get your bag ticket, to then drop it, unless you want to pay $25 for your seat. So I get to the airport, and the line is like 200 people long. And I got there not in enough time to stand in this line. Because I was like, okay, it's Terminal 2 at the Minneapolis airport. I got time. No. So I get in this line, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm never going to make it. I'm, like, there about 40 minutes before my flight leaves. Not enough time.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Which means it's boarding in, like, 20 minutes. But I was like, oh, Minneapolis airport. Go in, drop my bag, walk through, get on the plane. Boom. No. But then, so then I'm, like, standing in this line, and I'm like, maybe I should just buy my seat so then I can go up to the drop window. But the only seats available are the exit rows, and you have to pay $25. So I was like, okay, well, I already paid $350 for this stupid flight. Now I'm going to add $25 more just to, like, make it on the flight. So I stood in this line a little longer, and then while I'm standing in this line, my flight's delayed by 2 hours. So now I'm like, I got plenty of time to stand in this line.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I'm thinking,
that was kind of lucky, though.
Well, then this guy behind me is flying to San Diego, and he's like, oh, my flight leaves, and his was supposed to leave like 10 minutes after mine, and he was like, oh, mine's delayed by like an hour. I'm like, do you think they're delaying all these flights because this line is so long, or are we actually all having airplane problems right now? Which both are concerning factors. And really, I think this is, one, I have a lot of thoughts on this, as you can tell. One, I think this is really stupid of Sun Country to do because they would save so much more money if they just let people check in and then do the bag drop thing because they wouldn't have to staff all of these counters, you know, at the airport.
Yeah.
So
maybe they're trying to make people stand so they get nervous and then they pay extra money to buy seats.
Like I almost did. So then I get up to the front and I'm like, it's my turn. I'm checking my bag. And the woman's like, okay, well, the only thing we have left is an exit row. Are you okay with that? And I was like, yeah, because I almost freaking paid $25 for it. And then she was like, do you want the middle or the aisle? I was like, obviously the aisle. Whoever wants the middle. And then I got on this flight and got home. It's great.
Do you prefer the aisle or the window?
Aisle. For sure, aisle.
I don't know why people like the window.
No, I don't like feeling like I have to climb over people or like if I want to go to the bathroom, I want to be able to just get up and go. I want to be like out. I like the easy exit accessibility.
Yes, that's huge because then if you have to go to the bathroom, you don't have to climb over anyone. Plus, you get extra leg room because you could just hang your leg out in the aisle.
Yeah, that's what I do too. And
Griffin McElroy did this really funny bit about being in the window seat.
Well, it's like, why do you sit in the window seat? Like, are you really leaning your head against the window with like your pillow? No, because it hurts and everything's always shaking, and then there's like weird drafty air. So you sit in the chair the same way.
Well, with my new travel neck pillow, I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter for you.
Against the window.
Yeah, I used my travel pillow as well. and I just put it behind my head, and it didn't do anything. So there was
nothing.
Okay, so what does he say about the window?
Oh, he does this really funny bit because, like, I don't know, if you listen to a lot of my brother and me, he has, like, stomach issues all the time and, like, a small bladder. So he did a bit about, like, being too deep in the window seat and watching Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had to go to the bathroom, so he had to slip by everyone. And then he's like making up stuff that they're doing, like one of them's building model ships on their on the plane and stuff. And then he gets back, and an hour later he has to go again. Oh. And I might just like put the clip in here. It's really funny.
I was 3 deep in the window on my flight back from New York on Friday. 3 deep on the window, and I immediately recognized this was a problem for me and where I'm at as a person on Earth today. I sat down, put on that good Delta screen. I turned around, saw what movies. Fantastic Beasts and How to Get All of Them. Fucking great. Tuned in.
How to Catch Them All.
And the whole time I'm watching Eddie Redmayne do his business and collect all these wonderful beasts. The whole time I'm thinking, like, piss sounds pretty good right about now. And so I had to ask these people, one of whom had a bottle of wine that they just opened and it sat out on their tray, and the other one was doing important work on their laptop that they had set out on the tray. I was like, hey, I need to disrupt both of your guys' whole shit for like 10 minutes. And don't get comfortable because you know I'm going to be coming back. And so I did my business. I came back to sit down to enjoy Eddie Redmayne. And I'm not kidding. Like, I put the earbuds back in my ears and I pressed play on the movie. And almost instantly I started panicking about, like, I know I'm going to need to piss again before this flight is up, and it's all I could think about. Like, I just watched Colin Farrell do his acting up on the screen and Eddie Redmayne do his thing up on the screne, and the whole time I'm like, I wish I could enjoy this beast capture movie, but the whole time it's just like, when's that next piss going to come? And sure enough, it did, and I had to be like, I'm so sick. One person was like building a model ship on their fucking thing, and one of them was painting like an anime mech model, and I was like, I need you to put all the caps back on your mini jars of acrylic paint so I can go take my second piss in an hour. 3 deep in the window, dude. Never again.
I also have a small bladder, I would say. But I am very, like, strategic about when I decide to go to the bathroom, where I'm like, I usually have to go almost immediately as soon as we sit down, just because I'm thinking about, like, oh, you're on a plane, you have 4 hours on this plane. When you go to the bathroom, and then I wait until after they come through with the drink thing, and I chug the drink, and then I go to the bathroom, because here's my strategy behind that. Then I have my drink, and I'm not like going to the bathroom and then getting a drink and then probably having to go again. And when they're coming through the cabin, you know, like, the seatbelt sign's off, so you don't have to worry about anyone making an announcement when you're getting up when the seatbelt sign is on, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So that's my strategy.
You strategize to use the airplane bathroom?
Only on a flight that's longer than like 3 hours.
Yeah, I typically try to strategize so I don't have to get out of my seat ever.
Yeah, that's usually the goal, but if I'm going to be like on a plane for 4 hours and then like deathly uncomfortable by the end, and then all I want to do is get home, I usually just try to go like right at that 3 hour mark, right before we start descending.
Yeah, I always go to the bathroom during boarding. I try and go at the airport at the very last minute.
Yep.
And then I actually, when I get a drink, I try and make it last for as much of the flight as possible. And then I always get ice, because I always overheat on flights. So I always get the ice, and then I chew on the ice too.
Doesn't that just make you feel like you have to go to the bathroom again, though?
No, have you seen the cups? They're like tiny.
I feel like they're big. I always want half of what they give me.
Why? I want them to give me the whole water bottle.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot, and then they come back so quick with the trash and I always feel like
They do. As soon as they're done, they come back with the trash.
And I always feel like I need to get it in on, like, that trash run, or else I'm going to miss it. So that I'm like, I got to chug this really quick and then make sure I get it in on that trash run, because, like, if not, I'm just going to be holding this cup. It's just stressful.
Yeah. It is kind of stressful. Do you know how long your flight to Barcelona is?
11 hours. Nonstop.
Yeah, about that. Between 11 and 12.
Yeah. So, so here's the other thing. My friends that I'm going with are 2 friends in Minneapolis. However, they don't have nonstop flights from Minneapolis to Barcelona, which is annoying.
Wait, aren't you guys flying together?
Yeah, we are. But this is why it's annoying. For them, not me, because I already live in San Francisco. But they're going to fly from Minneapolis to San Francisco, and then we're all going to fly San Francisco to Barcelona. But Minneapolis is closer to Barcelona than San Francisco is.
Is it? You guys don't go the other way?
No, we don't go across China to get to Europe. Spain is in Europe. Have you seen it on a map?
You're going across a hemisphere either way.
Okay, so it's like 16 hours from Minneapolis because they don't have any direct flights, so there's one stop, or it's 11 hours from San Francisco nonstop. So we're going to do 11 hours San Francisco nonstop, and they're essentially doing like the 16 hours, but they'll just break it up and they'll fly to San Francisco earlier, you know?
Yeah, it sucks.
I know. Airlines are interesting, though. I think that's like a really interesting business, like how they charge for things, and like Sun Country in my 4-hour flight gave me a drink, but I had to pay for a snack if I wanted one. Like, really, after all of that, you make me stand in line, you do all this, you can't give me a little bag of 10 pretzels. I hate that.
I prefer the Biscoff cookies.
Oh, yeah, the Delta cookies?
Yeah, those are great. That's what they make jars of, like, peanut butter that are flavored that.
Yeah, it's called cookie butter.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is good.
How come I can't just get, like, a big map picture?
You definitely could. You should start with Google.
I am using Google.
Why don't
when
you
are we gonna get sponsored by Google?
Why don't you go to just Google Maps? Because I really like when you zoom out far enough that it gives you just the globe. And then you can spin the globe around. Do that. Go to Google Maps.
Google Maps. I don't know that I've ever used it on a computer.
What? That's so weird.
Well, only my phone all the time.
Okay, so zoom out on the Google Maps so that like you get to
here we go.
spin the globe a little bit.
Alright, let me go all the way out. Whew, there it is.
You see the globe?
Oh, God. Yeah, hold on.
What are you doing?
There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, I get to spin it all kinds of around.
Yeah. So do you see how the United States is closer to Europe on the East Coast now?
Yeah, I see. Kinda. Is it really that much farther, though? There's Spain.
I think...
Too bad you're not flying from New York. That'd be way close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be much farther to go around the other way.
I know. That's why we're not. That's why I don't think airlines offer that. Because I'm also thinking that would have to be like at least 2 stops, right? Like how many times does a plane need to refuel on a 20-hour flight?
Yeah, you would probably stop in...
Well, I don't stop. I go San Francisco straight to Barcelona. 11 hours.
I mean, if you went around the other way.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you would stop.
Because you kind of have to get from one mainland to another.
How far can it get?
I don't know.
Germany? That seems pretty close.
But that's not the other way. Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, like, stop in China or something, though? If you're going to go around?
Maybe.
How many hours can a plane run without needing to refuel? I guess it probably depends on the plane's size.
Plane go without refueling. It can go. Depends on the size, its efficiency, and how fast it's flying. a modern 747 can go about 9,500 miles
Wow.
when flying at 550 miles per hour.
That's crazy. So my flight from Minneapolis to San Francisco is like 2,000 miles. Less than that, but we'll round up 2,000 miles.
No problem.
So you can go pretty dang far.
You could go far, yeah.
Wow.
You could probably... I bet they could almost make it. I bet my Germany stop was pretty close, actually. If you went around the other direction.
If I went San Francisco over China and Russia to Spain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the Indian Ocean? There it is.
You going?
No, I just like... Nobody ever talks about the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
You always hear about the Pacific and the Atlantic.
We just don't give it enough credit. What's news saying about the Indian Ocean?
I don't know. Let's look up what's going on in the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
What's going on?
Can you name all the oceans?
What's going on in Chicago today?
You're going to Chicago?
No.
You live in Chicago.
What's going on in the Indian Ocean? Yeah, the oceans are the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic. Is that all of them?
I don't know. I actually have no idea how many
Pacific,
oceans there
Indian, Arctic. Is there an Antarctic Ocean?
No.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
How many oceans are there?
Of oceans. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic. Southern Ocean is not a thing.
That's not an ocean. Where is that?
That's not a real ocean. Five oceans, it says. This doesn't have to be a philosophical question.
What would make that
4.
philosophical?
Historically, there are... Well, because the first result was just how many oceans are there?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's different models. There's different ocean models, so... Yeah, we know how much is water.
Really
so, as any grade schooler might tell you, Earth has 4 oceans: Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic. Alright, so I nailed those.
What do you mean different models?
In reality, the Earth's ocean count depends upon one's perspective. See, they made it philosophical. Some scientific organizations include the Southern Ocean, also called the Antarctic Ocean, which is the ocean that surrounds Antarctica.
I was just looking at the news on my phone, and I came across this article. It's like a travel article, and it's 11 homes across the country that were built out of recycled shipping containers. And you know how I work in transportation and logistics? So, like, obviously I'm obsessed with this. I want to live in one of these. These are so cool.
You want to live in a shipping container?
I'm going to send you this. It's really cool. I just sent you an article. I want to live in one of these houses. They're just amazing.
There's nothing happening in the Indian Ocean, so...
No, that's cool. That's probably why no one talks about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up these shipping container homes instead.
Yeah, you should, because I'm obsessed and I want one now.
You can order it.
I know.
5 shipping container homes you can order right now.
Where am I going to put it, though? I think I need to buy some land.
It looks like one of the mobiles at Bartlett Elementary.
I know, but they're cool and trendier. Look at the article specifically that I sent you, because those look cool.
Okay. Let's see.
Find that article while you're doing your Googling. It's on the travel something.
The Travel Channel?
Is that what I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travel Channel shipping
containers.
Container homes. 10 coolest repurposed shipping containers. Oh, this is let me view the gallery. I don't think all of these are homes. Looks like a restaurant used one. Mm-hmm. No, not one. A bunch.
I've been to a bar in Austin that was built out of them. It was called Container Bar. But
interesting. What's it look like? Do you remember? Maybe this is a picture of it.
Google container
this
bar.
is the
Yeah,
Eddy.
it's like 8 of them, like stacked on top of each other. Not like tall, but like so that they were forming a square. And then you could go inside the containers for like air conditioning, and like bars were in there, but in the center of it, where where the containers cornered off a square, was just like dance floor, outside seating, just because like you can be outside in Austin. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like stacking is a pretty popular choice.
Yep. I think I'm gonna live in one day.
There it is. They even got like a balcony.
Isn't that pretty sweet? I think I'm gonna live in one of these one day.
It's pretty cool looking.
It's got to be pretty cheap, because I don't know why it's got to be pretty cheap, but
How do you get like electricity and stuff in there?
yeah, that's a great question. I'm not sure.
A large house built from shipping containers can range in price from $150,000 to $175,000.
That doesn't seem bad at all.
On the other hand, those who are experienced with construction can finish and furnish a shipping container home for as low as $10,000.
See, look at how affordable this is. You just have
Depends
to
on
live.
how many shipping containers you use.
I think you just have to live in an area where, like, house structure isn't like insanely important. You know?
Sure.
Like, I think that's why a lot of these are in Texas, because maybe there's rain, but there's.
So my original thought was people are just living out of shipping containers.
No,
But
they're like
people are,
using
like,
them.
Building actual homes
Yeah.
out of them.
Yeah.
Some of these are pretty crazy looking.
I know. I'm gonna live in one day.
They look very modern too. This is a phenomenon people don't talk about. Everyone talks about the tiny house thing. Nobody talks about the shipping container house.
Did you see the one that's like the Joshua Tree container house?
What?
It's in that article I sent you.
Joshua
picture of it.
Tree.
So it's made out of 1, 2,
Container
3, 4,
house.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 containers, it looks like.
Is it white?
Yeah.
Is it this Starburst container residence
Yeah.
in California?
You see that?
Yeah, that one's crazy looking. Huh.
This stuff is nuts.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's got to be expensive to make.
And I don't think the containers that are like sticking up in a diagonal seem super useful.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just like, what are those? It's got to be just like sunlight. Maybe you have like plants growing in there.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah,
Unless
maybe
they're
I'll.
stairs.
Maybe I'll grow my
they're
plants
just
there.
windows.
I bet you could then like Airbnb your house for like $1,000 a night, because people would be like,
bunch
"Oh,
of
how
money.
cool!"
Yeah, that would be a ton of money.
Gosh, one of these days.
All right, well, we're over an hour. That's probably a good place to stop.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like,
All
all right. So actually, what do we want to ask our listeners?
Well, first, I think you should tell people where to find us.
Oh, okay. I can start with that. Also, how was your coffee? Did you finish your cold brew?
It's not quite gone yet, but it's pretty good. There's something about cold brew that always tastes alcoholic to me.
You know what? I feel that too. I think I don't know what it is. My coffee kind of tastes like a cold brew because it's so cold in my room that it just became freezing over the last hour. Anyway, okay. Well, you can find us, listen to us, our podcasts, and everything we put out for you guys on Spotify, Libsyn, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes. I think those are good. So you could listen to us there. You can rate us and leave us reviews. That's helpful. We like feedback because it's a new year, so we like to reflect all of that. Also, if you just want to chat or hang out, you can email us at actually, nope, let's stop. Let's start over there. You can email us at podcafe.contact@gmail.com or tweet at us at _podcafe. And this week, we would like to know,
what would you build your ideal house out of?
Yeah. That's like the Three Little Pigs. Bricks,
Yeah.
hay, sticks.
Or
Was that
shipping
right?
container.
Or shipping containers. Or, if you don't really want to think about building a house, maybe you could just tell us what your favorite airplane seat is.
Okay. That's good too.
We'd like to know either of those things, or both of those things. Either way, happy Sunday.
All right.
Thanks for coming to the Pod Cafe, Nick.